Michael here with DrawingTeachers.com. In this lesson, let's draw a Christmas tree, and we're going to do a side-by-side drawing here, so let me know in the comments if you like having the finished product up on the screen while we're drawing. Begin by sketching out a triangle that's the height of your tree, and put a little square under it for the trunk of the tree, and then move down the one side, drawing small little branches protruding out, and keep working away across the bottom, and then turn and draw little branches coming out the right side. Don't worry if they're perfect, because we'll go back over this. Now add some curves for ribbons. This could be popcorn strands or ribbons, and some circles for ornaments. And right now we're just sketching this in lightly. And now let's do a star. Draw a little stickman star to start with, a couple little stick legs and a couple stick arms, and then come back and connect up the points to make a star. Alright, for the next step, we're going to go ahead and increase the size of the trunk and put a floor in, and we're going to sketch a little circle oval type shape for the cloth under the tree, and then a little box right here for a present, and we'll make several presents under the tree. And just begin by drawing little squares and rectangles and sketch them up in front. We'll need to go in and erase some later. Alright, now that you've got this done, we're going to move back up the tree with the black, and we're going to start going back over our sketch by tracing the outline of the star. And then going to work my way down the left side of the tree. I'm adding some finer detail here as we go, little tiny points coming out between some of these larger points. And I find that I do much better on one side of the tree than I do with the other with these, so just do the best you can. Try to get a similar type of point on both sides of the tree, but they don't need to be perfectly identical or a perfect mirror image of each other. That would not be natural. Come back around and work your circle ornaments, and then cut in the curves. And working these just as short strokes back and forth to kind of coming back and picking up where I left off. Alright, now I'm drawing some little hooks on the ornaments. And now I'm going to cut in on some of these branches into the tree by just adding some zigzags. And that helps the tree to round out some. And I see some spots we can put some additional ornaments. Alright, now onto the presents. Go ahead and draw the basic shape of the present, and then we put a little bit of a perspective edge side on there. That's by making the edge lines taper together a little bit. A little bow on top, a little ribbon. Same thing with this one. And again with this smaller one. And so those lines on the side, they need to taper back some so that back edge looks shorter than the front edge. That gives it that 3D look. Alright, now I'm going to refine the cloth under the tree and cut into let's go ahead and erase out our sketch lines now, and you can do this with a kneaded eraser, or if you're layered in a computer file you can erase that out. And let's begin now with the black, adding some shadow underneath some of the branches with just some very fine hatching underneath where we've cut in with the branches. And I'm having these strokes go up from the bottom edge to add some of that feathery effect of the pine needles. A few little strokes underneath the ornaments will also make them feel like they're leaning on the tree or hanging off the edge of the tree. And we'll add a little highlight to the ornaments. And let's have some energy coming off of this star. Draw some short lines radiating out from the star on top of the tree. Now down underneath the tree, we're going to cut in some dark hatching down here. A little bit of a hatching underneath the presents. And we're going to shade one side of the presents a little bit along the bottom edges. And a couple of more places to hatch on the tree. Okay, now for these ribbons, let's refine them some. Just putting a little bit of darkness underneath them also to give them some more strength. And very shortly we'll come in and, well, right now we'll go ahead and just put some sort of looping quick lines on them to make them look like they are a connected row of popcorn or some kind of braided rope. And now for some tiny ornaments or lights. Let's make these lights, little Christmas lights, and we'll just hang them all over the tree, and we'll draw some little lines radiating out from them. Make them look like they're glowing. And so if you decide to color your tree, you can color these little dots different colors. Let's do a little shading under the star, add a couple more lights. And at this point, we're getting very close to done. Add a few more lights, another light there, and looking for what needs to be refined yet to call this done. I think the presence and the shading under the tree needs a little more refinement. So I'll add some shading down there. And that shading, some of it's mimicking the stroke of the branches, like a shadow. And now let's refine the little carpet underneath, and we'll add a braided edge to that with some quick diagonal strokes there. Extend that out a bit. I'm very close to done here. And then just extend this out a bit to some shading on the ground. And that's it. We've completed the drawing of a Christmas tree. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this lesson, and I hope you enjoy drawing this tree for a Christmas card or some other Christmas decoration.